I was a television news anchor in the Boston area for probably 133 years. And you don't know that because you're all too young, but some of your parents or your grandparents might remember me. Hey. And then in 2001, I went on a story to cover a war in Sudan. Has anybody heard about Sudan? The largest country in Africa, a country that has been against itself in a civil war and a jihad, some people call it, because of the cultural clash there. I went there in 2001, and that changed my life. And because I'd never been in a conflict zone. I had never seen people who had been in war. I had never seen people who had suffered from so much war. And we were transformed by the experience, and we decided, a group of us decided, who went that first year, decided to stay and continue back and forth, traveling back and forth to Sudan to help the people there. We found communities that were led mainly by women, because men had been killed in this civil war, women who were trying to rebuild their communities, but also trying to ward off guns and bombs and all kinds of horrible situations. So it was a life-changing experience because it showed me that A, the world was very small, and B, that there are things going on in the world that we need to know about, and they affect us. Right. So we're working still. We built a girls' school there because girls in Sudan were not educated. And we were trying to help these communities build up. But out of all of that experience of being in Sudan, I came up with this question that I wanted to ask you guys, because in Sudan, it's a community basically where women are kind of in charge of households. Mothers are running their homes without dads because dads have been killed in the war or dads are still fighting or what have you. And so you see a lot of women there. And my question after that is how you guys feel, because I think that that's something that connects to our community. Because in our community, at least here in Roxbury, there are a lot of single-family homes where dads are not there and mothers are running their homes. And so I just wanted to get into a room of men. I thought, well, let me ask these guys what they think about the circumstances of our culture, of our communities, where you see women running things. So I thought we could talk about relationships. That has nothing, it sounds like that has nothing to do with Sudan. But I want to learn as much from you as I can teach you. So on this, because I think it's important for us, and I'm not real good in front of a camera. I worked in front of a camera for 40,000 years, but I move around a lot, and forgive me for that. I wanted to ask you why there's such a disconnect, you think, in your way, in your view, between guys and young ladies. Or am I wrong? Is there a disconnect? Do you know what I'm asking? Does that make any sense? Okay, it seems to me that there's lots of women doing stuff, but I don't see a lot of guys doing stuff. Am I wrong? In the community, in the households, in businesses, in schools. Am I just wrong? Does anybody? Yes, sir, thank you. So incarceration is a real issue in our communities, and so women are left, just like in Sudan, it's a war, and women are left to kind of fend for themselves. Do you think that impacts the relationships that we do have?
Oh, yes.
I do too. And I wondered what you thought we could do to improve that, because you are obviously the leaders of the community, young men. I say that because you're here, you're learning, you're in an environment that you're getting jobs, you're doing things, you're obviously going to change the world. I can see that in your eyes. So can you give me some suggestions on what we can do to improve the connection between men and women? Because I think that's really important. Am I asking too heavy a question? Is this like the, no, okay, what do you think? What are some of the things that we could do to improve the connection? You thought I was gonna come and give you some information, but instead I'm coming to ask you for information. So what do you think women want? What do you think women want? A man that sticks around? That's interesting. A man that sticks around, yes, sir?
I think they want peace.
Peace.
In their home and in their community.
That's profound. Peace. A man that sticks around. Anybody else? I think those are exactly what women want. I think women want a man that sticks around, be it war, be it incarceration, whatever the issue, and peace. Peace in their homes. And I think that until we work out these kind of connections between men and women, we're going to have problems. We're going to have problems in Sudan, and we're going to have problems here in America, especially in the black community. Because women sometimes feel, and I don't want to speak for all the women in the world because I don't know, there are a few women here, agree with me or don't agree with me, that we are not being treated with our proper respect from men. Is that just me saying that? Is that just me because I'm old school, or do you think that's, I need to hear from you if you're, yeah, a little nod. So it's important for us to figure out a way that we can build these relationships, right? I have a son. My son is 25 years old. He has been living in, he's been out of school now for 2 years. And I want to make sure that my son treats women with what is due them. And I just want to figure out what you guys can say to help me. Now, you know, maybe at 25, if he hasn't got it now, he won't get it. Maybe that's the deal, but I think he has it. But I just want to hear what you think is most important in building relationships. Does everybody have, and I'm not trying to get into your personal thing, but you guys are how old? How old is this group? 17, 15, 16? So you're not quite dating and stuff like that yet, right? That's not, is that, do people date? Do they even date anymore? Is dating a part of life? I'm old school. I'm way old school. No, everybody's laughing at me, so then nobody dates. Sorry. But you have friends who are girls, right? So I'm trying to figure out how we can improve our relationships with each other.